Did our first parents continue in the state wherein they were created? Our first parents, being left to the freedom of their own will, fell from the state wherein they were created by sinning against God. By sinning against God. You see the key word here, our first parents fell because of the freedom of their will. The freedom of the will is very, very appealing, and it is very compelling, and we should have it. But that free will on itself, without God, is very, very easily and quickly corrupted. Adam and Eve could not hold on to that free will for even the first couple of weeks of creation. Couldn't last, because the free will is so dangerous. We can't handle free will. There's got to be a confine of real free will. Free will being expressed out of a carnal fallenness of his incredulous. It's so godless that no one can even get close to God. Because free will is, our default free will is godlessness. Is our self-centeredness. It's depart from God, diminishing God, and do the things that to our own pleasures and leisures. And that is our free will. If you want free will, that's what you're going to get. But now, see, let me just read that. Genesis 3, 6-8. So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves loincloths. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord. The man and the woman hid themselves from the Lord. Why? Because they fell. Okay? When I just read, right? I mean, it was a delight to the eyes. And the tree was to be desired to make one wise. There was a false impression that the devil put upon Eve. Eat it, you'll be wise like God. You're no good and evil. You know, they already know the good through God. What happened is they eaten it, they experienced evil. You see, that's for the truth. And Eve believed. Eve already believed. Eve believed the devil and discarded God's command. So you have a choice. You either choose God and choose the devil. And Eve chose the devil. So sad, right? And they hid themselves. So freaking sad. Ecclesiastes 7, 2-29. See, this alone I found, that God made men upright, but they sought out many schemes. See? They sought out many schemes. Because they want, in the name of freedom of the will, they do their own things. They want to grind their own way. Just like today. Today, so many people want to grind their ways, find their ways, do their things. Okay, go ahead, do your things. You know, the consequence is dire. The consequences is dire, and that's for eternity. There's a huge consequences, huge judgment of God, huge price to pay. People need to be aware and know that it's coming. All right, so that is absolutely incredibly important. We need to understand and know this is coming. So we can't just skip away, run away from God in the name of a free will. highly dangerous.